Welcome back to Inside the Seller Studio. I'm Rebecca. This is John. We are approaching the last week of August. We did kind of take a little hiatus from listing earlier this month, as we talked about in previous videos. So we've really been trying to pump up our listings, mostly Friday and yesterday. We just had too much going on during the week to really focus a lot of time on listing, but we've really pumped it out. I think between the two of us, we did almost 60 listings, over 60 listings just on the 2 days. And no, we did not list from morning till night. It was just a couple hours each day that we spent on it. Yesterday's listings were definitely made easier from garage sales, because instead of pulling from the garage, I just pulled from what we bought yesterday at garage sales. We went out thinking we'd only find a couple because it was going to be 97 degrees yesterday. And we needed to get the garage sale footage because we've been out for the past couple of weeks. But we actually ran into a ton of garage sales, like way more than I was expecting. We went until 12 o'clock, really. And at that point, it was just so hot. The Durango was full. We were tired of garage sailing. But we did...
12 for us is incredibly late.
It is super late.
Usually we're done at like 9:45, 10:30, like in that range. 12 is pretty crazy.
Yeah, because we try to find the sales that start at 7. They're few and far in between here. Most people want to start at 8 or 9, which blows my mind because it's so hot the later. It's just too hot to start that later, and we don't want to waste our whole day on it. We did reach a personal best, I guess, if you want to say it, where we spent the most at a single garage sale that we've ever spent.
But that's for coming footage.
That's for coming footage. We're pushing it to the front, so it'll be released
this week.
So you guys can see that and see the breakdown of it, and we'll do an overview of it because our camera died. It was the last sale, so it was already late in the morning. We're shocked that other resellers didn't pick up stuff, but maybe our competition just wasn't out. We did have someone, but I don't know. Sometimes we find our best stuff later in the morning. But yeah, so that'll be coming out
this week. This week. There you go.
So one of the things that I did want to discuss, or we wanted to discuss, because it's not just me, John can join in anytime he wants. I do not tell him he cannot talk during the videos. He chooses not to. But it's buying boxes of junk. Anytime John picks up a box of miscellaneous stuff, probably 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we don't need it. And it was no different a couple months ago.
So actually this box, because I tried to go back and find it in the footage, I think this box is actually from last fall, so it's almost been a year. You always go to sales, there's always that one little box that has like a bunch of ephemera, right? Paper goods, letters, catalogs, stuff like that, and this was no exception. The only thing that I had seen on it that made it interesting were these like 1970s Suzuki motorcycle keychains. They're like made out of leather, and there was like 11 of them, and I had found a sold for like $9 for one, and I was like, whoa, 9 times 11, that's $100. Here we go.
Ka-ching, we're gonna make some money.
So I just asked him what he wanted for the keychains, and he said like $2 a piece, I think. And then I asked him, would he just take $10 for the whole box? Which, to my surprise, she loved that idea. No, she didn't. She just hates boxes of
stuff that I don't find interesting.
Miscellaneous junk. Well, I found it so interesting also that I picked it up off the garage floor where it has been sitting since last fall.
In the corner, in the place like we don't even go. So it's probably just been shoved each time we buy new stuff as it gets further and further back.
Yeah, it's definitely the furthest, most bottom corner of the death pile, profit pile, whatever you want to call it. Well, I went through it on, Friday. I ended up with 25 listings out of that box alone for almost $600 or $700, I think, give or take. Most of that value was in. Okay, so
was not the keychains. Shocking. No. I know you guys are shocked at that.
No, I listed all the keychains in one lot for like $20 because they sell once every like 8 months.
Oof.
So it's a great sell-through rate. So in that case, I shouldn't have bought the box. But a lot of the stuff was food, promo, cards, and stickers. So back in the 70s, brands like ice cream brands, Dolly Madison, I'm not really sure what that is. What's the bread? Wonder Bread. There were like cards from Sonic. There were cards from like 70s soccer team that existed in Oklahoma at the time. There's a bunch of Disney giveaway promo stickers that would have come in food or stuff for kids. So I finally just sat down and went through it, and lo and behold, we had a lot of value sitting in that box.
Yeah.
4 of the cards alone add up to almost $500. Because I guess the way it reads is this Peanuts set of cards lasted almost at least 20 years. Because the first card we have is from 1951. And then the last card I saw listed was from 1970.
And Peanuts being the cartoon characters, not food, because I know you just transitioned from like food.
That's true.
Peanuts.
So we got.
Anyone thinks it's like Planters. It's
we got Snoopy, Peppermint Patty, and 2 Schroders. Granted, all of these cards were stored in a garage/barn building for 40 years.
Yeah.
So they have terrible stains, terrible foxing, which is discoloration of paper. None of them really water damaged or like stuck together or anything. Some of the rubber bands had disintegrated. But yeah, so that was just a box sitting in the floor for almost a year, and it had really some high significant value. Granted, none of this stuff is sold.
Yes.
But we have it listed. It's better listed than sitting in the corner.
But you also have sold comps of it. That's how you knew how to price it, and you priced well below what good condition sells for.
I priced based on poor condition. Poor is the lowest eBay allows you to go. You can't go super poor or below poor. I went as low as I possibly could, and that's how it ended up.
Yeah.
I mean, I still technically have the box kind of right down here at my feet, but it's full of additional trash on top of the trash that was already in there. Because it had a lot of like mail away subscriptions to, NRA and World of the Outdoors, like encyclopedia books, and just the typical stuff that everybody looks for at sales.
So sometimes it's best to not discount the box of junk. If you can get it for the right price, or if you want to deal with it. I still probably wouldn't have bought that box. We would have never known what we missed on it. I know when John was like, have you looked at my listings? When I looked at them, I had absolutely no idea where he got this stuff from.
And even when...
I was so confused.
Even at the sale, which was out kind of in the
middle
country, I only bought the box because it had a lot of 70s football cards in it. All actually Wonder Bread, Bob Greasy, Paul Warfield, that time period. That's the only reason I bought it. I didn't buy it because I saw 4 Peanuts / Charlie Brown cards.
And just knew they were worth money.
And knew they were valuable.
Something from it.
But yeah, it's fun.
So it's always good to learn something new. Be on the lookout for something new as well. Though I think if someone has those cards, that they're like individual, they're probably a lot more because they know they're expensive.
I can't really say Bolo 1950s, 60s, 70s Dolly Madison Peanuts cards.
Yeah, because
it's just not something you're going to go to every sale and see.
But that was a nice find in the garage. We always love when we find hundreds of dollars sitting around that we didn't even know about.
Whoops.
So another thing that I have on my list is to discuss listing details. How detailed we go when we are listing items. And I wanted to bring this up because we are listing some fairly weird, rare items. Not just with the Peanuts cards, but with quite a bit that we're going to be listing over the next couple weeks. And one thing that we've noticed is that some people don't include a lot of details. And I'm talking like basic details, like UPC, just a basic manufacturer product number. They're not utilizing all 80 characters in their titles. And so I know sometimes I can't either, and John has to help me think of other things. It's usually items that I don't like and I have no interest in listing, that I just can't come up with a good title because I would just want to put ugly. And I can't do that. So we definitely want to say that the more expensive the item, of course, fill out every possible detail you can. But even some of, well, non-expensive items in, $40 to $50 range, you still want to include that information, especially if it's rare.
I still think you should always include the UPC.
If you have it.
If it's in a package and has the UPC, and you should always include, if it has one, the manufacturer product number. Yes, not everybody has the UPC memorized when they're looking up, a Spider-Man figure from the 1990s. They're not like, oh, I like, 0781947, whatever. They're not doing that, but it helps it pull up that when someone else searches and it gets a similar item with the same UPC, then you guys all get pulled up when when they're searching for other titles and characteristics.
And if you have a new item, new in package, you have the UPC.
Yeah.
Like it's there.
90% of the time.
So that was something we ran into yesterday too, and you guys will see it on the video.
We're adding UPC and MPN to all of our listings.
All of our listings, for
and sure. I think you should do that, especially if it's available. I mean, it's really easy on like media, video game CDs, DVDs, because it's already there anyways. But
it increases visibility.
Yeah.
And helps search, especially like the MPN. If someone knows it and they know what they're looking for, they may not know the UPC number, but they know that MPN number, and they can search that up. And if you didn't put it in, your listing's not showing up.
For sure.
So you could be missing out on a sale. Okay, the final thing I have, my favorite thing happened today, because I'm petty. I'm super petty when it comes to eBay, which is so mean, I know. But someone had messaged us on an item that I listed yesterday. I felt like I did very thorough research on this very rare item. It only gets listed 1 to 2 times a month. We happen to be the only one listed today, right now, at this time. They messaged us and asked if we would take less. I don't have best offer on. I'm not entertaining offers on this item, especially since I just listed it. I know that one sold yesterday for $200. I listed for $180. They wanted to pay $150. They sent me screenshots of ones that sold from over a month ago for $100. So I sent them a screenshot of the one yesterday that sold for $200 and just said, I'm going to stick with my price. I'm very happy with it, especially since I'm the only one listed. And before they could respond, someone else swooped in and bought it. Full price. Didn't even bother to try to knock me down. I love when that happens. I don't know why, because I am petty. But they wanted to get it cheaper, and I kind of understand that. Like, sometimes you do want things for a better deal. I did my research knowing I was the only one, knowing I was still cheaper than one that sold yesterday. I felt very confident in my pricing, and someone else did too because they bought it.
The screenshots of comps that the other buyer sent us were for auction, which we know for a fact you don't get as much on auction as you would on Buy It Nows. And then secondly, the screenshot we sent back was for a used comp for $200. Ours was new,
and I'm pretty sure it was
and
missing
sold for
something.
$180. Ours?
No, the used one.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not ours. I already did my research on that. I know everything.
You just chimed in. You didn't change the subject. We're not talking about food, guys. But, it is kind of fun when that does happen.
It is. It is. I was kind of worried that they had bought it. They just sucked it up and paid the extra $30. And that kind of makes me nervous because if someone puts such a fight at wanting it at that price, I just feel like I don't trust anybody and they're going to get the item and then try to message us, knock us down to get that money back on the back end after paying for it. And that always makes me nervous.
Instead, it sold to someone else that lives very close to us.
Oh, I didn't even see their address.
So it's way easier to ship.
Yeah. So that's all I have today, so we can go through what we're shipping out today.
Okay. What we're shipping out today.
I got my phone's
we have the, let's see, what is this? 5 seasons of the Brady Bunch, sold for $30.11. This was purchased at a garage sale for
$2 for all 5 seasons. John was not with me. It was a Friday morning. I ran to a garage sale that I had seen.
And that was it. That was like the only thing.
Yeah, because I got bags of free stuff.
Another thing, this is just part of a larger box we had purchased, and we broke up, all the stuff that's in it. This is a Elements and Principles of Design on DVD. We got a large amount of art DVDs from a box. We've sold a couple here and there. That's just another one. That one sold for $15.11. Medium mail, in a bubble mailer, and then on its way. Another bit of a large collection we bought. This is from the big jazz collection.
That I purchased by myself too. Another one. Wow.
And the big music stands that she purchased because I was recovering from life-saving surgery. And it's just a CD, Ravel, St. Louis Symphony. It sold for
$12.84. It was the best offer. We're actually kind of happy to see some of these CDs go. This CD collection is one that we kind of talked about last week, which you guys didn't know the items, where we've just had the same person ask the exact same questions over and over and over again on them. So we still have more. We still have quite a bit more.
I would love for them to all sell, just to get rid of them, because they are such obscure and weird stuff. But that person won't be asking any more questions, so I don't have to worry about it. Sold a pair. These are actually from my closet. This is a pair of Adriano Goldschmidt. I probably pronounced that weird. AG jeans. The brand or the style is Protege, and they sold for
$33.11.
Nah, I was close. $33.11. And then we sold a pair of boots after I had sent out an offer. This is a pair of Nakona boots. We picked these up at a estate sale, which we went to probably a month ago. We paid $5 for these. I bought 2 pairs. There's I think it's darker brown or maybe black that's over there. And they sold for a best offer of $44.11. Oh, they sold for full price.
They sold for full price.
Dang, nobody even accepted my offer. That's funny. So yeah, I actually sent out an offer on Brady Bunch too, but somebody else sold it. Am I showing this last thing? Is that what you brought out here?
Yeah, go ahead and show it. Even though this is going to be part of it.
This is a teaser for future videos.
This week's videos.
Future videos. Because we're doing 2.
Yeah.
So future. I was right. We sold an American Girl doll outfit. This is a special edition set from 2015.
We don't have to go into great detail if you don't want to.
They call it retired.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very special word.
It is retired. I made sure it was retired so I could put that in.
Very special. It sold for an insane amount of money.
And it's not even our most expensive one.
No, which is absolutely crazy. But it sold for
$180.11 plus shipping. This is the one that I'm super petty about.
Yeah.
But it's actually brand new when you open it up. All accessories are still sealed.
Yeah, I'm not going to open it up.
No.
But yeah, that's what we're shipping this week, today. We actually had a couple more items, but I shipped them out Friday night. Just get them in the mail for Saturday morning, just to kind of get ahead of the game. But yeah, 6 items so far today. I bet we'll sell a couple more items.
Fingers crossed.
So that's kind of it today for Inside the Cellar Studio. And definitely come back and watch Wednesday's video. It's
crazy.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
But we did get a lot of footage, at garage sales too. So we're set for the next couple weeks, even though we'll still go to garage sales next weekend.
Yeah, you can come back for the future weeks too. But come back for this week on Wednesday.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.